everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to see your mechanics question bank of IAT-2 of VSET college. If you are not belonging to this college, otherwise you can refer it this question bank because it has included from the your three modules, that is equilibrium, friction and robotics. Sorry, it is of four module around, it's like half topic. This is from the third module also included. So if you're from the any college, you can refer it as an important question. So most of the questions are came from this question bank only. If you are from research, so just do this and yeah, you will be score out of 20 out of 20 in your emax. So let's get start. So the first question is based on the equilibrium, where the beam is given over here and you have to find the reaction on A and B. Okay, so what you have to do, first of all, you have to consider the momentum of all of this. Okay, so if in this video I'm just going to give you the overview and the main crisp of the solution. Okay, because if I'm going to solve, there are too many of question, and if I'm going to solve, it will increase the length of video and also it will time consuming. So I will provide you the solution in this video and also the basic explanation, but in depth I have already made it the separate video on the each topic, like equilibrium, friction, D'Alembert principle. So from where there you can easily understand. Okay, so now let's quickly find out. So you have to first define all the forces with its respective distance to calculate the momentum, and you have to use then summation of Fy and summation of Fx is equal to 0. But in this there is a case that there is given you the like UDL and UVL. So UDL is a uniform density load, and UVL uniform varying load. So for the UDL there is like a small design in which what you have to do, you just have to multiply the force into the distance, and where the force will lie, it's half of the distance. And for the UVL, you just only have to find the area of triangle, like half into base into height. This is 24 by 3, 24 half into 24 into 3, and the position of this force from the point, or you can say it's a have you find the centroid of the triangle, so like that, but not, we are going not to find the centroid. So where we have to locate the force, it's about this position. So distance is of base by 3. So what is the actual range? This is 1, but we from now we are considering the momentum from the point A, so have to consider all the distance. Okay, so there is a solution of the question number 1. I hope it's visible to you. Okay, so I have drawn over here, this is a VAHA, and the forces over here 1.5, 5.5 and 18 kilonewton meter, and this is in the positive. So you have to like anti-clockwise, this is the clockwise, anti-clockwise, this is also is anti-clockwise, and this is the clockwise. So for the clockwise you have to consider negative signs. So force into distance, I have done over here that summation of moment about point A is equal to 0. This, and from here you will get the one, there is only one known, that is RB, and you will get the value of RB, that is 86.16. now what you have to do, apply the summation of FA, add all the forces, downward is negative and upward is positive, and you will get the value of VA. Okay, now for the summation of Fx, there is only one force in x direction, that is nothing but HA. So you will give HA is equal to, and so if you have to find the result, what you have resultant, so what you have to do, draw a resultant vector over here. So VA in upward direction and HA in the right side. Okay, so the resultant is in the first quadrant, and the angle made by between HA and R, it is nothing but theta. So you can find it with the help of tan inverse of A by HA. Okay, so it is 90 degree as HA is 0. Now let's just move for, I hope it's visible to you. Okay, now let's just move for the question number 2. That is similar to it, but there is a two, one's hinge support and second one is hinge, yeah, and second one is roller. So there will be two reaction, there will be one reaction. Convert 0.8 into 0.7, it will give you the force on 0.35. take the distance, and for the summation of Fx, these two forces are going to be cancelled, and for momentum you can consider both directly or otherwise take one by one, like this is going clockwise, so minus 5 into 0.7, and this is also So minus 5 into 0.7, and the same thing, remaining things are the same. So this is the solution of the question number 2. Okay, so I have provided over here. So in this I have calculated momentum about point A, apply summation of Fy and summation of Fx. From here you from momentum you will get Rv, from summation of Fy you will get Va, and in the x direction there is one force, that is Ha, and if you want to find the resultant, so the theta is 90 degree. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. So this is the solution of the question number 2. As I have already told, I'm not providing you the detailed explanation but the overview, so you can solve it, and I'm also providing you the solution, so it is easy. Okay, and as I hope so, you have studied your 12th standard. Be carefully, or if not, so there is only 2 3 formula like clockwise, anti-clockwise, how to find momentum, सॉरी नॉट अबाउट मोमेंटम, मोमेंट एंड ऑल. ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे हम लोगों को सेम चीज़ें करनी, पर यहाँ पे मैं क्या करूँगी, इस फोर्स को रिजॉल्व करेंगे. फॉर द क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, 30 किलो न्यूटन को 30 कॉस 40 एंड 30 साइन 40 में रिजॉल्व करूँगी, पर इसको जो है कुछ ऐसा राइट एंगल नहीं बनाना है. परपेंडिकुलर डिस्टेंस 1.5 ये वाला जो रहेगा उसका दिया है, जो कॉस कंपोनेंट का वो दिया है, और 30 साइन का जो देखो ये 4 + 2 6, और ये 2 नीचे आएगा तो ये 8 हो जाएगा, और यहाँ पे इक्वेशन 5 4 से 22 मीटर पे आएगा, एंड एज इट इज सेम रहेगा. ओके, so I have done over here, so you can see summation of m about point A, take distance into that force, and clockwise minus anti-clockwise plus here you will get the RB. For the summation of Fy is equal to 0, you will get the velocity of, or you can say the reaction vertical component of A, and if you apply summation of Fx is equal to 0, so there is one component, that is 30 cos 40, and you will get the value of Ha. Okay, so now this is the third one. Okay, now let's just move for the question number 4. Okay, so this is your question number 4. Okay, so it is similar to that, that is calculate support reaction for the following beam. So what you have to do over here, ये देखो, ये यहाँ पे ये दो मिक्सचर है. ठीक है, ये एक यूडीएल है इतना, और ये यूवीएल है. तो कैसे निकालोगे, 20 - 10, ठीक है, हाफ इंटू 20 - 10 इंटू 2 करोगे तो ये यूवीएल का निकलेगा, और 2/3 डिस्टेंस करना है. देन पूरे के लिए क्या करना है आपको, बड़ा वाला स्मॉल वाला लेना है, बिकॉज द कंपोनेंट ऑफ द यूडीएल इज 10. सो 10 into 2 is 20, and add the 1 meter from the point. And now resolve this, and for this what you have to do over here, just draw the perpendicular from this hinge support. Okay, so it is like that. Okay, I will show you in my diagram. So this is the diagram. So draw the perpendicular over like here. Okay, over. So this is your nothing but this is your RE. Okay, so this is your RE. So this, if the ground is just 30 degrees, so it will make over here 30 degree, because one perpendicular to that inclined plane. And if it is 30 degrees, so this will be your RE cos 30, and this will be RE sin 30. And for this, if it is 30, so this will be your 30, and if it is 30, so 90 minus 30 is 60. Okay, so from here the 60-degree angle will become. Now calculate the summation of moment about a point is equal to 0, and you will get the RE from here, which is of 60 degree. I will show you over here how you can calculate. And for summation of Fy you will get Va in the upward directions. For summation of Fx you will get the Ha in the towards the right side. Okay, now let's just be move for the question number 5. So that is your question number 5 is determine the force P applied at 30 degree horizontal. So हमें क्या करना है, हमें ये जो दिया है, ये देखो यहाँ पे एक ऑब्स्टैकल्स है जिसका हाइट है 12 सेंटीमीटर, रेडियस है इसका 50 सेंटीमीटर, और पी फोर्स हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. और बोला है कि पी मिनिमम भी निकालना है जब आपका एंगल जो है वो अल्फ़ा मिनिमम हो, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन का मतलब है आपको उसका एंगल भी निकालना है. तो क्या करना है आपको, सिंपली ये पी को हम लोग पीछे लेके जाएंगे, तो ये 30 है तो ये भी 30 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, और एंड देन उसके बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे, देखो ये जो लेंथ है इतना 50 - 12 करेंगे तो विच इज नथिंग बट 38. और यहाँ पे आपका वेट कितना दिया है 100 kg, तो kg को कन्वर्ट करना है न्यूटन में, तो इंटू 9.81 करना है. सो मैंने यहाँ पे सॉल्व किया एंड आई विल शो यू ओवर हियर. ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो दिस इज अ सॉल्यूशन ऑफ द क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. सो मैंने क्या किया, पी को पीछे लिया और ये जो 30 था तो ये भी क्या हो गया 30 डिग्री हो गया. अभी मैंने क्या किया, ये 30 है तो 90 प्लस 30 120 हो गया. मैं यहाँ पे लेमिस थ्योरम यूज़ करने वाली हूँ. अभी मुझे ये वाला एंगल निकालना है तो मैं क्या करूँगी, सिंपली ये एंगल निकालूंगी जिससे मुझे z बनेगा, देन आई विल गेट दिस एंगल. तो ये एंगल निकालने के लिए ये रेडियस है 50 और ये कितना हो जाएगा 12, ये ऑब्स्टेकल्स है और ये पूरा 50 है. सो 12 50 माइनस 12 नथिंग बट 30. तो क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ से, साइन थीटा इज इक्वल टू 38/50. सो थीटा इज इक्वल टू साइन इनवर्स ऑफ दिस एंड यू विल गेट दिस एंगल 49.46. सो इफ दिस इज 49.46, so this is also 49.46, and if you add 90 plus this, so you will get 139. And for finding this angle, what you can do, 90 minus this angle, so you will 90 minus theta and you will get 40.54. okay, now add now add the 40.54 plus 60 degree, because this plus this will be if this is 30, so this is automatically will be 60. So add 60 plus this angle and it will give you 100.54. so we have three angles and apply Lamis theorem over here. So P by this 100 into 9.81 upon this angle, and there is no need for RA. If you want you can write. Now from here you can put into your calculation, you will get the value of P. okay, now apply the Lamis theorem again for finding the value of P minimum. So for the value of P minimum, what you can do over here, like I have shown the forces same, but here I have changed some angle. For this I have considered the same 139.46, but for here we have to find that P minimum. So I have considered over here this alpha angle, and to find this, now it is 180 minus alpha and minus this angle. So how much it is, this is 49.46. so 180 minus alpha minus this, and I will get this angle, but I have to find the alpha and also P. So now again I am applying over P minimum upon this sine this angle and 100 upon this sine angle. okay, so now here P minimum is equal to, if we send the sine 139.46 on the right hand side, so we will get this equation and we could call this equation as star. So for minimum the denominator should be maximum. So अगर मुझे ये P minimum चाहिए, इसकी वैल्यू मुझे क्या चाहिए, कम चाहिए, तो ये जो आपका न्यूमरेटर है वो क्या होना चाहिए, सॉरी दिस इज योर डिनोमिनेटर. सो डिनोमिनेटर आपका क्या होना चाहिए, मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए. तो अगर मुझे ये मिनिमम चाहिए तो ये मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए. और साइन मैक्सिमम का मतलब जब वो 90 होता है, मतलब 1, तो 1 इज इक्वल टू 1 मैक्सिमम होगा. तो साइन इनवर्स ऑफ 1 विच इज नथिंग बट 90. सो अल्फा is equal to 180 minus 49.46 minus 90, and you will get 40.54. so this is your minimum angle, or you can say the direction of P. Now for finding the P minimum, substitute this alpha into this equation. There is only one unknown P minimum, and you will get the P minimum and draw over here the angle. okay, so I hope you understand this question also. You can solve this question by 2-3 method, like considering the force going outward and considering the force is going inside. okay, now let's just we go for the next question, that is of your question number 6. I think we should have to I will tell you later on. okay, so let's just move for the question number 6. okay, I have done over here also. This is also the same method. okay, I have used the same method over here. I have thought that I have done by using another method. okay, this is also the same method, you can consider it. now let's just move for the question number 6. that is we have two identical cylinder है और उसका diameter 100 mm है. इसका मतलब रेडियस 50 mm हो गया, वेट 200 है और ये डिस्टेंस 150 है. हम लोग को क्या बताना है, रिएक्शन ए बी और सी बताना है. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, सबसे पहले हम लोग कुछ कंस्ट्रक्शन करेंगे. हम लोग ये जो रेडियस है और इसका पॉइंट है इसको मिलाएंगे, एंड देन ये स्लैंट हाइट बनेगा. देन यहाँ से हम लोग एक बेस और एक हाइट बनेगा, तो इट विल मेक ट्राइंगल ओवर हियर. ठीक है, और ये जो डिस्टेंस है मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ उधर जो मैंने सॉल्व किया है। तो यू कैन सी ओवर देयर थोड़ा मैंने दो ट्राइंगल बना दिया है। तो ये वाला ट्राइंगल नहीं कंसिडर करना है आपको, ये वाला ट्राइंगल कंसिडर करना है जो मैं रेड पेन से हाईलाइट कर रही हूँ। ठीक है, ये वाला ट्राइंगल। ओके, अभी ये वाला ट्राइंगल में देखो ये 50 नहीं है एग्जैक्ट। ड्रॉ योर डायग्राम परफेक्टली। देखो ये 50 नहीं है ना, सर्कल को टच नहीं कर रहा है। और ये जो है वो 100 है क्योंकि 50 रेडियस प्लस 50। अभी देखो ये पूरा कितना है 150 और ये इतना 50 है और ये इतना 50 है। तो 50 माइनस 50 इन फ्रॉम 150 इट विल गिव यू 50। द बेस लेंथ इज 50 एंड टू फाइंडिंग द हाइट वी कैन first find the angle by using cos and then apply sine and you can find the length of this. And here I am using the simple momentum and summation of fx and summation of fy rule. You can use that Lam's theorem, but I will go for this method because it will easy to you. First of all, I have find over there this angle and this is your 60 and then length of this is your 86.6025. Okay. Okay, so now summation of m is equal to 0. For the summation of m is equal to 0, what you have to do, take the momentum about point A because there is too much unknown, that is RA, RB, and another one is your no, yeah, two are unknown and then one is 200, that is Newton, and here is RC is unknown. So if I have take momentum, so this is your equation, 50 minus 50 into 200 plus this distance, that is x into plus c, and it will give you r value of rc. And let's just go for the summation of fy is equal to 0. All the forces in the y direction add or subtract according to their direction and you will get from here rb. Okay, now as it is for summation of fx and you will get the value of ra. Okay, so I hope you understand this question number 6. This is very easy if you are using this method, otherwise you will go for Lam's theorem. Okay, so for that you have to find the reaction over here, otherwise which will cancel. If they ask about this reaction, so you have to use Lam's theorem, but they don't have asked, so I will combine both the diagram and find out. Okay, we can solve this question by using three method. Okay, like first you in both you can use Lam's theorem, and or you can do use in this Lam's theorem and apply normal method to this, or otherwise you can apply in both the circle normal method. Okay, so till this the friction equilibrium part is done and the next one is friction part. Okay, so for the friction part I will make another video because the length of the video will getting more, because the question like is very lengthy, not too much lengthy, but for the explanation in the friction there are 5 questions. Okay, so there are the 5 questions in which you have to use the D'Alembert's principle. You have to find here theta, and for here you have to consider it p, and for here you have to consider the friction of first, like a block A is over bounded with tension, and on the second time the B is only moving. And for this one, question number 4, the diagram is given over here. So for this you have to find the maximum force. In this question you have to draw the graph. It's a very simple graph, and for this, for the first condition you have to take this, and for the second you have to combine all of them. Okay, now for the D'Alembert's principle you have to use the, okay, so now for the friction don't you have to use the summation of fx plus minus m is equal to 0. It is for D'Alembert's principle. Okay, for the friction you have to only use that friction formula. Okay, that is summation of fx fy. For the D'Alembert's principle you have to use that concept, and here you have to find the acceleration. Okay, as you see over here. And for the next there are one question in impulse momentum principle. It is very easy. Okay, so and the next model is on introduction to robot kinematics. So for the impulse momentum I will show you the solution of it. impulse momentum, okay, for this question. Because this is only one topic, so I will show you the solution over here. So this is the solution of impulse momentum. So what you have to do, there is a belt and a block is moving along this belt. So what they have asked, if this block is moving with this belt, so you have to find out the the time when this velocity is equal to velocity of this, okay, 4 meter per second. So what you have to do, just consider the block, the reaction, a normal reaction is an upward, the weight is in mg, the weight is not given, so you have to consider the mg, and the block is moving on the which direction, right side. But there is a concept, like if the block is moving there, this is very important, they can ask you in the oral or in your viva. So if the block is moving, like if the belt is moving on the right side, so the block is also moving, so why we don't take friction on the left side? Yeah, so this is the something different in this question, that you have to take the friction in the direction of the motion. Why it is happening, like suppose if I have two surfaces, one is my hand and another is also like a pen. So if I move my hand, okay, if I move my hand and the body is at rest, so my belt is moving, okay, I hope you understand, my belt is moving, and with the help of belt my block is also moving. So friction is what doing, friction is exactly opposing the motion. So my block is not moving, this belt is moving. So for that, देखो अगर आप रोड पे जा रहे हो और रोड पे फ्रिक्शन नहीं है तो योर कार विल बी स्लिप, ठीक है, आपकी गाड़ी स्लिप हो जाएगी। लेकिन अगर फ्रिक्शन है तभी आप टिक पा रहे हो, तो इट मीन्स कि इस बॉडी के पास जो यहाँ पे ये टिक है उसमें फ्रिक्शन है, और जो मोशन के डायरेक्शन में रिएक्ट कर रहा है तभी ये इसके साथ सरक रहा है। अगर इसके पास फ्रिक्शन नहीं होता इस डायरेक्शन में, तो ये क्या होता है, स्टार्ट होते ही क्या होता है, ये उस साइड गिर जाता है। ओके, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड। सो इसमें फ्रिक्शन आपको लेना है राइट साइड, मोशन भी राइट साइड ही। ओके, द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन इज ऑल्सो इन राइट साइड। नाउ दिस इज योर फ्रिक्शन। ओके, दिस इज योर व्हाट, दिस इज योर friction towards the right side. Now I have to consider summation of Fy is equal to 0, so n minus mg is equal to 0, so n is equal to mg. Okay, now I have to consider that impulse formula, that is I is equal to m into v. So what is m? Mass, and this is change in moment, change in velocity. So this is nothing but your momentum. So impulse is equal to momentum, ठीक है, चेंज इन मोमेंटम. सो द फॉर्मूला फॉर इम्पल्स इज समेशन ऑफ फोर्स इनटू टाइम. सो द फोर्स इज नथिंग बट योर this force 0.25 n1, okay, into time, because you have to consider the impulse, so you have to multiply with time. For the n1 we have the value of n, that is mg, so write down over here mg, and mass into velocity. The final velocity is given in the question, that is 4 meter per second, and initial the body is on rest. Okay, that there is written over here, otherwise the body first at the position the body is in rest, so you have to consider it as 0. So now will get cancelled, so t is equal to 4 upon 0.25 into g, and where the value of g is 9.81. okay, now you will get your t, that's 1.631 second. Okay, so I hope you understand this question also, impulse momentum principle, which is based on the impulse concept. Okay, there is impulse and momentum. Okay, okay, so now we have seen total 6 questions from the question bank, 5 questions from the equilibrium, and 1 from the impulse momentum. Okay, and in the next video or for the next part, what I will do, I'll explain friction one and robotic one. Okay, and in the third part, or sorry guys, in the third part I will upload the D'Alembert's principle. Okay, or otherwise I will combine both the topics in a single video. So I hope you like this video, so please do like, subscribe my channel and follow me. So thank you for watching. Take care, goodbye, and all the best for your test and exam.